Comparison of PCR in site-directed mutagenesis methods. Technique 1. Traditional PCR with modified primers. This type of site-directed mutagenesis uses PCR primers designed to contain the desired change. The PCR primer sequence simply replaces the original sequence as long as the changes are minimal enough to allow the primer to anneal to the intended target. When PCR is used for site-directed mutagenesis, the primers are designed to include the desired change, which could be base substitution, addition or deletion. During PCR, the mutation is incorporated into the amplicon, replacing the original sequence. Mutations introduced by PCR can only be incorporated into regions of sequence complementary to the primers and not regions between the primers. This technique can be used for limited base identity changes at the end of the target sequence and also for 5' or 3' terminal insertions, which are less than 100 bases. Technique 2. Primer extension PCR. Site-directed mutagenesis by primer extension involves incorporating mutagenic primers in independent nested PCRs before combining them in the final product. The reaction requires flanking primers such as A and D complementary to the ends of the target sequence and two internal primers with complementary ends such as B and C. These internal primers contain the desired mutation and will hybridize to the region to be altered. During the first round of PCR, the AB and CD fragments are created. These products are mixed for the second round of PCR using primers A and D. The complementary ends of the products hybridize in the second PCR to create the final product AD, which contains the mutated internal sequence. Longer insertions can be incorporated by using specially long primers such as oligonucleotides. To create a deletion, the internal primers B and C are positioned at either side of the region to be deleted to prevent it from being incorporated within fragments AB and CD from the first round of PCR. The complementary sequences at the ends of these fragments created by primers B and C enable hybridization of AB to CD during the second round of PCR, and the final product with the desired deletion AD is created. This technique can be used for limited non-random base changes internal to the target sequence and also for insertions which are greater than 100 bases, deletions which are less than 50 bases and deletions which are also greater than 50 bases. Technique 3. Inverse PCR. Inverse PCR enables amplification of a region of unknown sequence using primers oriented in the reverse direction. An adaptation of this method can be used to introduce mutations in previously cloned sequences. Using primers incorporating the desired change, an entire circular plasmid is amplified to delete, change or insert the desired sequence. This technique can be used for insertions which are greater than 100 bases, deletions which are less than 50 bases and deletions which are also greater than 50 bases. Disadvantages of PCR based in vitro mutagenesis methods. The major disadvantage of PCR based in vitro mutagenesis methods is the lower fidelity of Taq DNA polymerase in DNA polymerization than the phage polymerases used in the traditional methods. This can result in undesired mutations being incorporated into the amplified DNA fragment due to nucleotide misincorporation. If this happens in an early round of amplification, the undesired mutation will be present in a majority of cloned fragments. One simple way to alleviate this problem is to use fewer rounds of DNA amplification and conditions for the highest fidelity of DNA polymerization. Alternatively, the use of PFU or vent thermal stable polymerases, which are less error prone than Taq polymerase, will result in fewer undesired mutations. Regardless of which method is used, the DNA sequence of the entire amplified fragment should be determined to ensure that only the desired changes have been made.